one movie, and that didn't really have much of a plot, nor do I really remember it that much.
Top Gun doesn't have a plot? What are you talking about, Sean? OG Top Gun? It's all about the bromance, bruh.
It's about the bromance.
Yeah, between Goose, Iceman, and Maverick.
My mom loves Top Gun. All about it, right? But like,
it's because she was born she's an 80s mom.
Yeah. I would watch it again, and I want to see the new one, but it's not to the level of like, it's not a franchise or a series or like the plot isn't the plot. What happens at the end isn't really the goal of the movie. It's kind of what happens during the movie, I think.
Yeah.
And none of that I feel is like out of my imagination to think of. Yeah. So
I don't know. It's not about like thriller or twist where you need to like the plot. It's like the plot ruins the twists.
I think it's kind of intense though. Like I know the plot for this Top Gun is actually like considered decent. It's like considered decently good. And whereas the old one, everyone's like, yeah, who cares? This one's actually, a lot of people consider the character development and like the actual drama between everything really, really good. And then some of the stuff,
I could say also it's like it's a series that I'm not a fan of in the sense that like I really care what happens.
Yeah, you don't have a strong investment.
But like I don't have a stake in the people or the plot or anything like that.
For me, like not knowing how Top Gun like operates, because I watched Maverick. I haven't watched the original like in a long time.
Oh, you haven't seen the original Top Gun?
I've seen like bits and pieces, but like I haven't seen the original. So I went into it, and when they were going, I was like, "Holy crap! I have no idea what's gonna happen." Because I didn't know the tone of Top Gun. I thought like a lot of people were just gonna end up dying. Like honestly, I had no idea like what was gonna happen. It was really, I don't
think
intense.
It's gonna die. I don't think. Here's my predictions, and feel free to tell me about them when I'm done describing them for the movie. I don't think anyone's gonna die. Yeah, because I know someone died in the first Top Gun. So, and that was like the one crazy accident.
Yeah. So
we should, if anything, Tom Cruise is gonna die this episode, I think, or this movie. But I don't think that's gonna happen, or anybody's gonna die. And I think from what I heard, it's Goose's like son.
His son's in
this one, so he's gonna like come to respect Tom Cruise, and in some form or fashion, and then they're gonna be buddies by the end of the movie.
Yeah, spoiler talk.
That's what I'm guessing is gonna happen.
Yeah, no, actually, that's basically spot on.
Yeah. See, it's not a hard movie for me to predict,
but it's still excellent. The execution of it is absolutely fantastic.
So I'm excited.
I would watch it again, knowing what happens. But for me, not knowing how the tone of the movie was going to be, it made it so much better. Because I literally thought Tom. So you really don't care about Sean? You don't care about spoilers at all?
Yeah,
Sean?
No, go.
I thought Tom Cruise might have died. I thought there was a very strong chance that he was going to die.
Yeah,
and they were kind of like.
They totally put the flags. They totally death flagged it with like him.
Yeah.
So you have Penny.
They kind of made
which
it
is like his old flame, and one's played by Jennifer Connelly now.
I could have said that too. He might get together with his old flame.
She's gorgeous. She's like what?
Did that happen?
She's 50.
I would call that.
There's some good moments.
I love the scene where they're like they're together, and then he has to sneak out of the house, and then the daughter, what was her name, like Olivia or something like that.
Yeah, the daughter. That's like one of the more funny moments.
He literally he's like jumps from the window like a freaking teenager, right? Jumps from the window and lands on the ground and looks up, and in the kitchen window is the daughter, like just like giving him the stare down, like, dude, like don't screw over my mom again.
Yeah.
Wait, why is the daughter there?
Because
the daughter live with?
She lives with her mom. Yeah.
She was like what, 12? 14,
oh, and he hopped out of her house.
Yeah. Like he was sneaking out.
Oh, okay.
I think was that like a allude to the original movie? She's like, you can't keep sneaking out of my window. And then he's like, last time, baby.
I don't remember, maybe, yeah. But
I recall it like an opening scene in Top Gear.
It was actually really funny. Like one of the parts that was funny. Remember, like he throws his jacket out of the window first, and then he hops.
Yep.
Then it cuts to the jacket just like plopping on the floor, and you like think for a split second that he just fell, like face planted on the floor. You're like, wait, okay,
really?
We're good.
Yeah. I also love the sailing scene too because she's actually teaching him how to sail, and it's actually kind of legitimate. Like because
you
got like the
sail
winches and
master
stuff like
over
that.
here.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no, I'm not a sailmaster, but like it brought back memories of like sailing because my dad and I had a very similar sized boat. That was about a 26 footer. This was maybe a 30 footer, a little lot bigger, but still very small. And you like have the spinnaker out there, like the really big sail, right, which is just catches the wind to like pull you forward. But yeah, it looked fun.
I mean, I feel like Top Gun, in essence, is a buddy cop film. None of the main characters die in a buddy cop film. So
the original one definitely kind of was. It was like a bromance, but this one is more of like
It's like more of a character drama almost.
Yeah, character
Way
drama,
more
leaving it
character
for Next
drama.
Generation, like old versus new kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of had what was the one guy as Hangman? He's kind of like the
Hangman.
new Iceman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, dude, just seeing Val Kilmer in general, like, because like Val Kilmer, like, he has some speaking roles, but his voice is destroyed because of he had throat cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was great, and just the fighter scenes in general, were freaking.
They were
fantastic.
so good.
That's why I want to see it because I
was-
know the movie has attention to detail in terms of actually being in airplanes.
Yeah.
and
They
actual
actually-
G's,
there's
and
actual
everything.
jets.
And he
It's
learned,
so
and Tom Cruise
good.
learned how to fly a jet
Yeah.
for this movie.
I think like
Well, pretty impressive.
They didn't learn how to fly. They basically took pilot courses to like learn the breathing techniques because there's very specific breathing techniques for when you're doing some of these high G maneuvers. But they're basically, so what it is like they're in F-18s, right? You've got the actor behind in the rear seat, and then you've got a
like the
Navy
gunner seat
pilot
or
up
the
front.
navigator.
Yeah. Navy pilot up front, basically doing the maneuvers, and while they're basically sitting there essentially acting, right, and then also being the cameraman.
I mean, that's still pretty cool.
that is insane.
you
They're
know, like-
actually in it, and they're not just like kind of in a green screen.
Oh, dude!
thing.
If it was in
That's
a
the
green
big
screen,
part.
it'd be like
You could
this.
tell.
This sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, this.
I mean, there's
movie,
definitely some
like-
moments. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming Sean, you'll see it in IMAX, right? Because it's like that.
Yeah, I'll do my best
You
to try
can't
that.
ever. You have to. It's like
Yeah,
you won't
you can't
get the same
replicate this at home.
sensation. Yeah, you won't.
No,
you won't.
not at
it
all.
won't
I mean,
feel the same.
You can't get that intense of a jet engine sound.
It's so
On a, like,
loud.
even
It's-
my 500 watt thing. You need
Yeah,
you need your
yeah.
20,000 watt
Yeah.
theater experience.
It's like definitely like one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite IMAX experience ever. Like I don't know. It was just meant to be shot, to be seen in the IMAX experience.
mint.
So it was really good.
so good.
I want to watch it again. I don't know. The scenes were so good. It's so good.
Yeah. I just want to see like a honestly, that would be a perfect ride movie if they can get a Top Gun.
Oh.
Like, who produces it? Like imagine like Universal
They could get on
Studios.
that.
Yeah,
and they
Nickel-
basically have it.
that would be
like,
so good.
Like one of those like hybrid rides. Like, have you guys ever
Yeah.
been to Universal
Yeah,
Studios
yeah.
before?
They have like
Yeah,
the Spider-Man ride and the Simpsons ride
Exactly,
there.
Spider-Man.
That would
Yeah,
be
where it's,
really
like,
good idea.
Hybrid, and it's like where they've got like the screen, but then you can also shift it to.
Yeah, it's like the Transformers ride you're riding around.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
and-
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they could probably do
4D.
something with that where it's like, oh, pilot training, and then you hop in the craft, and then it's like, okay, simulator, right? And just doing
Yeah.
some crazy maneuvers. Dude, that'd
be cool.
That would be
Yeah, yeah. Super
cool.
excited.
Or like a roller coaster.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Just go watch
The
it. Dude, go watch it, Sean.
I will.
That'll be my last note
maybe
on
next
it.
weekend. I'll get to it, but or maybe during the week, but probably next weekend if it's
Yeah.
still in theaters.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say we were also really talking about Stranger Things, and we didn't quite finish that, but I think this new season of Stranger Things is like one of the most intense it's been, and also I was gonna say that when Stranger Things is one of those shows that I really like, but I don't like do much or think much about it when the show's not airing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So when it came back on, I was like, oh shoot, new season of Stranger Things. Let's check that out. And started watching it and immediately was back in it. Like Stranger Things to me has one of the most unique atmospheres of most shows that is instantly able to
Yeah.
put you back in it.
Mm-hmm.
Or like you're in the 80s and you're with all the characters. It's so fun, I think.
It's like really easy. I don't know what they do. Is it the writing or is it like the set that
I think
just
it's
kind
the
of
set.
brings it back?
It's everything. I think the set for sure. They do
Music.
such a good job with matching
music.
dress, set
Yeah, the
design.
clothing.
Like,
Clothing
everything
is a big
is
thing.
so
The
good.
freaking hair, man. Like
The
the
hair.
mom's hair in the first
The
episode. I'm
hair.
like,
Yeah.
God, this is like when I look at pictures of the
Even
80s.
how they talk.
Yeah.
Talk. Oh, yeah. See, it's all these little things that I don't really think about, and it's just so on point. It gets you.
Yeah, and that's why I really like the show. One of the things about it that I really like, and it's super cool. Also, the characters are very much like how I imagine I'd probably be in the 80s.
Yeah.
I'm just the nerdy kid,
Oh,
so
yeah.
like, I would probably
Playing
be
D&D.
doing similar stuff, if anything. It's super cool. And then this new season, really intense. Like especially last season ended on a huge note.
Yeah.
And
A
I didn't
big
really
note.
know how they would continue it or do anything, but they've done an amazing job of continuing the story in a realistic and plausible way
Right. Yeah, and
for a
that's
sci-fi
what I
fantasy thing in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I texted you guys about. I feel like I heard somewhere, I could be totally wrong, but I feel like I heard that they didn't plan for 4 seasons for the show. They made the first season, then they made like another 2 seasons, and now it's the last season. And the fact that they don't run into such like issues with I don't know, character development and
Yeah.
continuity, like just stuff like, oh, like this now, it doesn't seem like they're just writing shit in just because they have to continue it and they have to continue the story. It feels very cohesive, and that is just really, they've done a very good job. That's just it would be so hard. It's so hard to do, I feel like, and I respect them heavily. Good job. I'm a professional
And I like
critic.
how they did. So they've been in the Hawkins for most of all the seasons.
Yeah.
And this is the first season where they introduced another setting.
Yeah.
Which was a spot in California.
Yeah.
Which you've seen at this point, Colton.
Yes. Yep.
The school where Elle goes to, and it was super cool to see that in a way, because like they really, like I could tell an immediate change of atmosphere, and they really matched that well to 80s California. And when I saw that, I was like, I could instantly recognize, oh, this is definitely a Californian area.
Dude,
like
right?
I don't know if they shot it on in the area or not, but it felt like it for sure.
Yeah, I think by the dress and like just by the cultural attitude, it like completely shifted from this like, Midwest America to California.
Yeah, and the open school design. You don't get a plaza like that in,
That's right.
in,
You don't
in
get
more
that-
countries with snow and things.
Yeah, and like
Or
the
countries,
Midwest or the
states.
Northeast.
So, that was instantly recognizable to me. I'm like, oh, this is easily a California school. You could say Arizona maybe, or
Yeah,
yeah.
but like,
But it's West Coast-ish.
definitely it felt California.
Yeah, very good. I'm sorry we can't talk too much about it because I haven't gotten to the good parts yet.
Well, that's fine.
But-
you've seen the first death, I think. By
The
this
first
point.
two deaths. Spoilers.
Yeah.
If this is in the podcast.
I mean, we kind of went in a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it's a Stranger Things. There's gonna be deaths. I won't say who they are. However,
Death happens. Yeah.
man, were they brutal.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I was
The
like,
first,
"Geez,
I was
what's going on?"
holding my head in my hands, going, "Oh my god!"
I'm like,
this
Jesus,
is
this is like everyone's taking it like I don't know if we talked about this before we started recording or not, but everyone's taking it to the next level. Like freaking Stranger Things with these crazy deaths, and you were talking about The Boys with. I have no idea because I already know the deaths were bad in season 1. The deaths in season 3 must be absolutely terrifying, mutilating,
Well,
nausea-inducing.
the season 2 finale was
for
brutal.
the boys.
Yeah, and then the first episode of we were talking about first episode of season 3. There's a very specific death with a
very specific graphic lead up.
very specific graphic lead up, right?
I'm scared now to watch this show.
Oh,
I don't know.
Do you want spoilers on it?
I
I
don't.
was saying
Lead up
telling
onto
Michael that
what this entails.
I don't know if I want spoilers for the show. I might want to watch it.
we shouldn't tell him anything. Just watch it.
Just watch it.
Okay.
Just watch
Is
it.
it-
But
it's-
I was saying to Michael that I've watched Game of Thrones with my parents, and I've watched season 1 and 2 of The Boys with my parents. Those are pretty graphic shows. Season
all
3 of The
senses,
Boys
yeah.
was the first one. What'd you say?
I was like, yeah, they're like they are very graphic. Like I wouldn't watch it with my parents, but you have.
And the third season of The Boys, the first one, I was thinking, I'm really glad I'm not watching this with my parents.
I just want to know what.
Absolutely.
Like if you're okay with watching Game of Thrones with your parents, I just want to know what in season 3 of The Boys makes it so you don't watch it.
You gotta
with
watch
your
it, man.
parents.
You gotta watch
You
it.
just should just watch it.
It's an experience.
Is it actually like?
It's
is
really.
It'll an experience that will make you physically. It'll cause you physical pain.
I don't know. Do we want this? Is this something I want in my life? Gosh.
Probably not, but you should watch it anyway.
Wait. So is it
It
actually?
caused
a
me
good show,
physical
though?
pain, like to like.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Boys. It's a good show, and I'm actually really interested to see where they go this season.
Okay, so it's like actually a good
Because-
show, just with nauseating moments in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am interested. I'm very interested because season 2 was really good. I thought, and season 3 has great setup and tons of options that it could do. So I don't know where it's going to go, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Nice.
Yeah. And what I like about The Boys too is it's like this is what would happen if a corporation owned superheroes. Like, let's be real here. It's like this is the realistic timeline where
Yeah.
everyone's
The
really
realistic
fucked up.
timeline. Yeah.
And the people
everyone
are
has-
just people.
Yeah, people are people, and power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that Superman is this unyielding good force
Not real.
is so implausible.
Yeah. Not real.
That this is such a good example. Like Homelander is totally what Superman would be.
Absolutely.
If they actually existed, I think. So it's very exciting to see that, and it's interesting. It's just a
Also, I just like
fascinating show.
the interactions between like Supes and then normal people, right? Because like
Oh, it's like a
Supes, like
yeah.
sometimes don't like know how to control their powers, or like they let their emotions control it, and there's just so much fucking collateral damage that it's much more realistic to the chaos that any super powers would bring, right?
Well, yeah, that was like.
I always thought.
Oh, go ahead. Just finish your thought.
I always thought
Finish
it'd
your
be really awesome. Like, superpowers would be like, it'd be so cool to have that. And I watched this. I'm like, yeah, that's actually a lot more
Those
realistic.
kind of
We
suck.
don't-
Yeah, we should not
It'd
have
be
We don't want
terrible.
superpowers. We don't want
Yeah.
people with superpowers. Yeah, the first episode, I remember it was like, spoilers for the first episode. You haven't seen The Boys, so go watch it. But it's like in the first
season
10
one.
minutes. Season 1, first episode. Yeah, there's like a Flash guy who just runs through a girl, obliterates her. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm super sorry, man. Sorry. And he runs off. And I'm like, yeah, the law can't stop this guy. He just does it, kills someone by accident, and then runs. And I'm like,
And then what are you going to do
"Jeez."
about it? You know,
Yeah,
like
you can't do anything. Like, it sucks a lot. So,
it's intense, but it's a good show because of that.
oh, okay,
yeah.
we'll give it a shot. Me and Carly tried to watch The Boys right after Invincible, and we were just kind of like, Jesus, I don't know if I can take this right now.
Even after Invincible. 'Cause
Yeah.
Invincible's
That was
animated
brutal,
at least.
brutal.
Yeah. At least it's animated. I mean, I
Boys
watched,
is definitely a real live action Invincible.
yeah,
Yeah.
I watched the first episode of Invincible and watched Omni-Man do his thing, and I thought that was pretty like it like twisted my stomach a little bit. Not because it was so graphic, but it was like, oh man, there's something about like superheroes just getting annihilated that just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, right.
Same with like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. It's like when there was more there were more graphic deaths in that movie, and it's like, oh man, I don't know. It
Well, it's not
hurts.
something you're used to actually, because
Yeah.
most of the superhero stuff we have is either them winning or it's PG-13 in a way that they can't show that
Yeah.
graphicness.
Yep. They just punch and like, oh shoot, he just got punched with like a megaton of force, but he's totally fine. He just got a bruise on his
Yep.
cheek.
He's got sent flying to the wall instead of literally a hole through the guy's chest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
like,
what
Which is
there's
more
a-
realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube group, Quarter Digital, which will do like R-rated versions of movies. And I don't like a lot of the ones they do, honestly. Like the most recent one I think was Star Wars.
Oh, see, I loved that
Oh,
one.
I saw that. Yeah. Or like
Yeah.
if they could,
Or like
if
the stormtroopers that have good aim.
Yep.
And I didn't really
Yeah.
like that,
Oh,
honestly.
I thought it was
but
hilarious.
it was like realistic.
But they did one for Winter Soldier, I think, or just like an Avengers Marvel movie. And I mean, it was a lot more accurate. It was less funny and more like that's what would have happened. You know, like
yeah.
when Captain
like,
Captain America throws his shield at somebody and it bounces off them. It's not gonna bounce. It's gonna cut right through them.
Yeah.
and then come back. You know, like, and that's some of the things they did. And I was like, dang, that's
It's
That's
good.
a lot more accurate to
It's
what
good.
would happen. But that doesn't happen in the actual movie because it's PG-13.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like what happened to Peggy Carter or Captain Carter in
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness.
That was stretching it, I thought, but yeah, exactly. It would have gone through her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all good.
All right, boys. Now, since we've talked about movies, do you want to get to our actual topic for the day?
Sure.
All right, I'll enter us real quick. Getting into our actual topic, welcome to Almost a Podcast. I am your host, Colton. And I have two co-hosts, Mike and Sean, here today.
Colton.
New guys today. All right, we got new guys on the podcast today. I'm just kidding. They're the same old guys.
I'm just kidding. It's the same people we always
I'm
have.
just kidding. Any newcomers that just sounded probably super just like odd. But anyways, we got a topic. We got a topic to talk about today. This is a topic that not enough men talk about in their daily lives. Guys, we're going to talk about drip today.
Drip?
We're talking about drip.
Fashion?
Great.
Oh, God.
Fashion. Not enough dudes. Here's the thing. No one talks about drip. No one talks about fashion. I
Really?
think. Well, I mean, dudes don't usually talk about drip. You know, it's like a topic no one cares about. You know.
I can. Well, let me pause you real quick. I'm so out of touch with everything that the word drip to me feels really odd.
Drip. I think drip is like just a meme name. It's like just really funny.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. And drip is like.
But I'm like a parent level in that. I'm like, drip. Huh?
Yeah, you're a
this'll be-
boomer.
What does that mean?
This will be
there,
great
boy?
though. This will be great because I think Mike, you've always been pretty into like clothing, right? You've always had like a good
Of all of us,
Yeah,
Mike
I
was
think Mike
probably
has always been like
the,
the,
oh, God,
the
no.
dressed
best
up one.
dressed.
Yeah, you
Always got some sort of outfit, the right
Yeah.
shoes. It's like, oh no, you can't have that. You have to have this color belt. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
all
That's
of
only
that.
when you
black
get, like,
jeans.
fancy
Everyone
as
needs black
fuck.
jeans. Well, I mean,
But that counts.
yeah, I think Mike, you're a lot. Most men aren't on the level you are at, which is like you're good. Like getting into drip into that level is great. For me, I'm just like whatever. Like I
See,
don't
really, I think, Colton, you've got better drip than I do.
I don't think so. I've been getting more into drip. Okay, let's distinct these two things. Okay, drip is not the same as fashion, right? They're different things.
Oh,
drip is.
you're gonna have to
You're
explain
gonna,
this
you have to
me
explain
because-
drip to me
This is
then.
I'm the worst person to explain this concept, but I'm pretty sure like fashion is fashion. Like you buy a suit, you buy a set of clothing. Does it look good together?
Hold on.
Oh gosh.
Let me Google it.
Urban Dictionary.
I
This
need
shit.
I need the definition for drip. Yeah, let's hear
fashion?
Sean's.
Hold on.
Let's hear Sean's explanation for these two things.
Fashion, according to Wikipedia, is a form of self-expression and autonomy at a particular period and place and in a specific context of clothing. Footwear, lifestyle, accessories, makeup, hairstyle, and body posture. Oh, I didn't know body posture.
Posture's in it. Okay. Do you have
The
a
term
straight
implies a look
It's
defined
JoJo
by the
pose everywhere.
fashion industry as that which is trending.
Okay. No, we need drip. A drip, I feel like
Okay,
is
what is
almost like
drip?
you don't have to have good fashion to have good drip. You just need to have cool clothing. Like, that's all drip is, or something.
Yeah, well, to me,
That's what I
drip
feel like
is
it is.
associated with like the streetwear type fashion.
Yeah, like
Like
streetwear fashion. Like
Yeah.
So there's no official definition of drip. However, Urban Dictionary. I'll read the first couple here because you know how Urban Dictionary is. Adjective to describe your outfit, similar to swag, sauce, steez, swank,
swank.
and that there's no
So,
period.
so they're
but
just
that ends
going
it.
deeper into the rabbit hole of
Yeah, of like the
slang.
This next thing, when your bling is iced out.
okay.
I can't.
Oh, God.
I'm just Sean. Can you please repeat that?
when your
I'm just. You just saying that is the funniest
bling
shit
is
ever.
iced out.
I feel
Just another word for immense swag.
it's
immense
with swag.
swag.
So okay, drip is like the new age Zoomer swag, whereas millennials would use
Okay,
swag, I
okay.
guess. But I feel
Okay, so I mean that's what Urban Dictionary gives us. But continue on with your descriptions.
I was just thinking like I've been getting a little bit more into like the clothing I wear because I have stuff that's like years old. That's like 4 to 6 years old, and I've been going through and buying new shorts recently. You know, I'm buying new shirts. I'm really like, I'm buying way more expensive stuff now because when I was in college, I couldn't afford stuff. I'm definitely a quality over quantity kind of guy. And I just didn't know if you guys were like, if you guys have had any change in your drip over the past years. Have you guys gone more into drip, gone less into drip? What's your opinions on drip? Do you want to ice out your bling? Like, I feel like a boomer when I try to like explain, when I try to like read that description. But
well, Michael, do you want to go first?
Sure, why not? So
Interview question.
As the foremost drip expert among us.
So like I don't know, I feel like mine changes all the time. Like a lot of times I'll wear like very what's like the hiker / like Patagonia and stuff like that. Like I don't have Patagonia, but I have like Smart Wool and stuff like that. I have a lot of that.
Patagucci.
Gucci.
I don't think Gucci.
I don't think Gucci's part of that.
But no, here's the thing.
Patagucci is the name for Patagonia because it costs so darn.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy it.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I have a lot of hiker stuff, but my drip has always been associated with like thrift and stuff like that because I was younger and still. So my mom was like the type of thrift shop mom who would like go out and like, we'd spend like, $15 and then get like 4 or 5 items and like go to the thrift store and like find some really cool stuff. And she kind of influenced me in that. Right. And so now for me, I'll usually actually go to places like that and try to find like cool items of clothing. Like I've got one awesome like leather jacket, like true leather. It's like a motorcycle jacket, but it was like in rougher shape. All I had to do is just add some like bear grease to it, which is like
shimmer it up,
add oil to it, like give some life back in the leather, and it was great. Had to sew up, put a little bit of stuff on it too, but yeah, awesome jacket. And a lot of my clothes are all from like thrift store places.
Yeah, I feel like
the only thing I don't buy is socks and underwear from the thrift store place for obvious reasons.
Sure. I thrift all my underwear from thrift store. It's quality.
Yeah, right.
I feel like if you're going to thrift stores though, you're definitely in the drip scene. Like a lot of people thrift, and you thrift for like get cool stuff. You get like, you don't get.
Well, isn't that the thing now? You're cool if you thrift.
Yeah, which is like such
finding the right thing.
Yeah, which people like.
That's a look nowadays.
I'm pretty sure people like used to make fun of people who thrifted stuff because it's like, oh, you're poor, ha ha ha. But no, now it's cool.
After Macklemore's thrift shopping, then it became actually.
Then it became cool. Yeah, now we got Macklemore set the stage for us. Well, you, Sean, what's your drip story? Are you an express man? Do you like Hollister, bro? Do you love I don't know, Express?
So I for the longest time, and by longest time I mean up until probably junior year of of college.
College, okay.
Didn't really care at all what I wore.
Yeah, I can relate.
Mm-hmm.
I wore whatever the literal simplest things. You know, I always wore up until college. I always wore cargo shorts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just living in California, it was hot. I needed shorts.
With utility.
Pockets. I'm like, man, pockets utility. Are useful. I gotta have those. So obviously not the best in fashion, as everyone kept reminding me. But I didn't care.
The cargo shorts get a bad rep. They're like.
They do, but they're great. I want them to come in style, and then I'll always have been cool.
Then you'll be the cool guy. Yeah.
Yeah, right. The camo cargo shorts. God, I remember those days.
I did have camo cargo shorts.
Yep.
Yeah, that made up the majority of my wardrobe, and then I just had like graphic tees for the most part that I found funny or cool or whatever growing up. And probably junior way through college, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should like start looking better.
I should start being swag.
I at that point I got like shorts that didn't have cargo shorts. It was just like
regular.
I don't know what you call them.
Like regular
shorts, I guess.
Regular shorts? Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. I'm not that in touch with it to know the names of clothing. I know I got nicer jackets. I mean, in college they're wearing actual like jeans and things.
Jeans are good.
It took you to get to college to actually wear jeans because you're like from California, so you're not from a place where it's like cold for half the year.
I needed them for the weather for once. You know? So I that was that, and then now it's like a normal thing. Like I'll go out if I go out to a bar, I'm probably not going to wear shorts. I'm going to wear jeans, you know.
And a collared shirt. Collared shirt.
Yeah. Now, and since I started working, I wear a lot more collared shirts. And then I usually get a couple nice pairs for like when I go out and actually dress up for things, which I do like to do now. Like, it's fun for me to do that, taking into account the weather.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's colder, I'm more likely to do that.
Yeah. For sure.
Because I still get way hotter than most people, I think. So I just like sweat through
I'm
things.
just so hot. I just, you know.
I don't know. It's just always been a part of my biology. It's just like I feel hot all the time, I guess.
Gotcha.
Probably
You
why
are
you
hot time.
want to go to cold weather areas.
Yeah, you know, I like the cold. So I don't know. Nowadays, I agree with you, Colton. I like quality over quantity. So I really like to get the nice, you know, button-down shirt or the nice vest, or the nice slacks.
Right.
But the problem is cost, so I can't get many of them at a time.
Right, yeah.
So I'll get like one, if like every other month, let's say, or more than that. And that'll be like the thing that I get on. And eventually that replaces the wardrobe, but I have things that are super old, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm gonna have to do like a purge soon because I did one a couple years ago where I just had a crap ton of like t-shirts because I love t-shirts like for casual use, and I have like 20 of them, but I only wear like 5 of them, so I had to like get rid of all the stuff I don't use. But yeah, now I spend a lot of money. Like I spent like $140 on like shorts the other like 2 weeks ago because I haven't bought shorts in years. I bought like these express shorts. They were buy one get one, so they weren't 140. They were like 100 or something like that.
Okay.
But like I don't know, to me that was worth it because they were like sick shorts. Got some khaki shorts. Got some like gray blue shorts. They're like really good. They're like above the knee, which I usually always did like really low shorts. But yeah, like stuff like that. Like unless I go to Uniqlo, because I also love Uniqlo, and their shirts are like $10.
They have like they have a great casual fashion, honestly.
Yeah, Uniqlo
Uniqlo has drip.
Uniqlo is drip. I don't care. I do not care that the shirts are $10.
The shirts are terrible quality in the sense that like they wrinkle easily or like the seams aren't great, but the designs are pretty nice.
I'm very biased because Uniqlo is a Japanese company, obviously, but they also have the Japanese art on their shirts. They have those like features or collections or whatever. Yeah. And I love those shirts. They're so cool.
Those are really good.
I got one in Japan that was like a blue shirt. You guys know it. Has like the Japanese wave, the typical Japanese wave on the pocket of that regular shirt. And it was so nice. I got so many compliments on that. It's like the shirt I got the most compliments ever out of. And it was $10.
That's awesome.
It was so great.
There's a company that I really like now. I only have one of their shirts, but I plan to get more, and it's called Untuck It. And it's a button-up shirt company, and the shirts are designed to be worn like untucked. Right?
Sounds like an Instagram ad, like brand or something that you'd see.
I don't know. They have a physical store in my area.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Nice.
And it is an online store, but they have physical stores. And I like the designs. Not all of them, but like I like the designs that I have gotten. I do like, and pretty cool. So I'm taking that to AX definitely. But
yeah, dude. One thing I have with online shopping, right? Because like I always love to grab something from Amazon. Is that the sizing is always weird because you have to like you always have to try on the clothes because you never know exactly
every brand's
how the
different
size is.
too, which sucks.
Yeah, that's something I don't think will ever die for me because like as I've gotten older, this is a thing that is only very recent, but I'm like super picky now about how stuff fits me. Like if something
me too.
that's like
Very,
I'll go with
very
Carly.
picky.
With
Carly
good
loves,
reason.
Yeah. Carly goes out shopping all the time, and I'll always try on something as when she's in a store, shopping for something, and I'll try on a couple items. But I'll often try on stuff and not get it just because if it doesn't fit right, it's like, oh well, I'll just get I'll get it next time, or I'll get something when it does fit right. And I'm super anal. I take more time if I'm like I want to get a shirt or a graphic tee. I'll take more time than Carly does because I shop around like crazy for the stupidest, simplest stuff. And
dude, what
it's
about
a whole
undershirts?
Well,
undershirts.
Do you have like a specific undershirt brand?
Before we get to that, A, because I have comments on it. B,
okay.
I'm a very specific odd fit. You know, like
Yeah.
my whole life, it's been very hard to find clothing for me because my legs are a lot longer or a little bit longer than normal. So they're a hard, like, size to find for, as well as just, like, torso and everything. Like,
because you're
at this
lean.
Untucked place, I am a medium slim fit. And if it's not that, it looks weird, you know? So it needs to be a very specific fit. Otherwise,
Yeah, same. I've always had problems with, like, I have like a very, like, I've really broad shoulders and a narrow waist, and so same problem where you have to buy it's medium slim too, because it's just such a pain, because you get like, you go to, like, you know, like some like department store like JC Penney or something like that, and you get like these shirts and like they're great broad in the shoulders, but then they're just straight down, and you're like, I have like the dress on now, and it's all flowy and stuff like that.
It needs to come in at the waist.
Needs not the hourglass, but the triangle. The triangle fit. Yeah, it's every brand's different, because every brand has different, like, I mean, some are like, you can kind of tell. I think, what is it? There's some brands that just, you know, they have the really baggy t-shirts, and that's just how they are. So I go in there and I won't find anything, because I could put a small on and it'll still be oversized. But then you know, if you find your brand,
I don't do baggy anymore either.
You don't want to do baggy
like,
anymore?
I prefer stuff that is fitting.
Oh yeah, I'm that way for sure. I'm super into fitting stuff.
Always baggy as a kid.
Oh really?
Like high school. In high school, I wore large shirts.
Well, that's probably because that was this trend at the time, right? Is that
was it the trend?
I was just dumb, and like I just liked how I was like, it was loose. You know, it's definitely not the trend. It didn't look good, but I just liked that. You know.
Yeah.
So it was, but nowadays it's all about, like, to me, I like flexible clothing that is also form fitting.
Yeah.
Right. Which is ideal for me because I have a weird form, but I like to be able to move and have the freedom.
Yeah.
So
I feel like anyone that works out or like exercises gets into that though. Like for me, I feel like it is more aligned with when I started working out. It's like I want stuff to actually fit me to like accentuate my features, I suppose. Yeah. So you'd be the same way, Sean. Like if you're slim and you like have certain features, you're like, I want to accentuate this. Where you can't see it if you just wear a baggy t-shirt and stuff. But yeah, like I
worked hard for this.
I worked hard for this. Got to show it
off a bit.
Show it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm such a sucker for like the same thing though, like the athleisure, I think is what it's called. You guys have heard that? Yeah. Like the joggers and the soft t-shirts. I'm a sucker. I'm gonna say right now. Have you guys heard of Lululemon? Have you guys heard of that brand?
I've heard of them,
dude. It's
just
like
just the
leggings.
Leggings for women.
Well, I love Lululemon, and I don't wear leggings. I remember I knew this person who like they're like, I only wear Lululemon. It's so good, even though their t-shirts are $100. They're the best t-shirts you'll ever buy. And I was like, you're crazy, girl. And then I ended up
bought one. The light descended from heaven.
Yeah. Yep. I was like, I bought one, or I was at a random store buying like shoes or something. I saw a t-shirt. I'm like, this is an amazing t-shirt. As I learned it was Lululemon, it was like $90. I'm like, oh God, I might need this. So I tried it on. It was amazing. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to get like all my t-shirts here now. So I bought one. And now it's like, I want to buy every item, every like piece of clothing they have for men in there. Like I want to get the shorts, the polos, like the jeans. They're all so like, they're like flexible and comfortable, but they're all like $100+. And it's such a pain.
So that to me says like that's your brand, Colton. You know, right now.
I mean,
Michael, do you have like a brand you really like to buy stuff from?
Not at
or like
all.
If you're doing a certain activity, it has to be from this brand.
Like Salvation Army.
I say is Salvation Army, Goodwill, Volunteers of America, St. Vincent's, all that stuff. No, actually, it's not so much for that. Mostly undershirts. I actually really love Gildan undershirts.
That's a specific
yeah, you mentioned
thing
undershirts.
Right there.
I gotta say, I don't wear undershirts at all. I don't know what this
even
concept
with
is.
With a button up, you don't wear an undershirt.
With a button up, yes.
Okay.
Not when I'm working. If I'm going out for like,
why?
If I'm putting on more than, how do I define
really?
where I put undershirt?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
if it's a fancy event, I will put on an undershirt.
Okay. Why not at work though?
So like,
yeah, at work you gotta wear an undershirt, man, because you're gonna start sweating through.
Yeah.
I don't usually, not in my line of work.
Not in my line of work. Like
But
you
it
peasants.
depends. And honestly,
We're in
I
the same
probably
line of
should
work,
do it
and I
more
sweat through
often.
mine.
Yeah, but I feel like if I'm not moving,
Like you
I
won't
can't do that
sweat
either.
if you're not moving.
Yeah,
Because you're running up and stairs. Because I'm running up and down stairs all the time.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing that very much. I'm usually walking on a flat surface, if anything. But the point being, I don't wear them very much. But maybe I should. But this goes back to me as a younger kid, where I hate wearing extra stuff.
Oh, you just
Oh,
are
like-
against it.
I don't disagree.
I like my parents had the toughest time with me as a kid. I bet
Like,
they never
Sean, why
really
don't you like
reflected this.
Just wear
They
it.
never reflected it, but I bet they hated it because I just refused to do certain things or wear certain clothes. Like we're going to a fancy event, it's like, Sean, you got to put on these pants. And I'm like, nah,
Sean,
not
you got to
doing
put on
that.
pants. Come on.
I'm the exact
We
same
need
way.
you to put
Dude,
on
slacks. I fucking hate slacks. Unless I'm wearing a suit, I'm not wearing
Well, I
slacks.
like them
ever.
now,
Slacks?
but like
Slacks can be comfortable. I'm just saying, slacks can be buttery smooth.
slacks are actually really nice.
They can be,
honestly.
yeah.
If they're
Really?
fitted correctly.
I guess I just never had good. Well, when I was younger, I never had good fitted slacks. That's the problem.
Yeah, and that's too. And well, part of the thing is pants. I hated pants, so that was
Shots
just.
aside.
But like,
Yeah.
Pants suck. You mean you like shorts a
I
lot
just
more, right?
wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I will 100% wear pants, and I do like slacks, but because they're just pants.
They're just pants,
in
yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole process of cleaning them usually because you
It's
usually got
like
to get them dry
special.
cleaned.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's
Harder.
a whole deal.
But you don't have to clean them after like everything, right? Like
No.
Yeah.
I've worn it like interviews and stuff like that. I don't.
Yeah. I haven't cleaned my
I've,
slacks in
cleaned
like
these-
6 years, and I've worn them like.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Hold on now.
No, I mean I haven't cleaned mine since for my latest suit.
Since you.
I have not cleaned those yet.
Yeah.
At the dry cleaner, but I've only worn them like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
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 And that's not enough until they start getting wrinkled or actually have a spill or dirty on them. You're fine, or smell. But for the most part, you're not sweating in slacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Mine still have that wool smell, like the natural
Ooh.
wool
Oh,
smell.
like
that
the
they
nice
have.
smell of
I have a very. I mean, I bought a very nice suit when after we graduated.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, I need to have a great interview suit. So I picked one up. This was right like COVID, right as like the lockdowns lifted for the first time in the summer. I picked one up and I bought a very nice. Pretty pricey, but it was a
Yeah,
tailored suit.
yeah.
It's fucking incredible though, man.
I've never interviewed in a suit.
You've never interviewed? Really?
Wait, what?
Are
Is
you
that
in
what
a?
you guys do?
Absolutely.
every
It's
single
always
time.
a suit and tie, man. Suit and tie.
Never done it.
Oh, see, this one thing is I never wear a tie though.
What?
I cannot. I
Why
fucking
not
hate
ties?
ties. I'll wear
Ties or
one
ties
button
suck,
down,
but
one
I'll
button
still wear
down.
'em.
Have my collar. I'm wearing a button up though, and I'm wearing a nice button up. It's usually a blue button up. I go for blue normally. But yeah, no, I never wear a tie. I feel
Really?
like it's
I'm
too,
so casual for interviews. Like I'll wear a button-up shirt, and then I'll tuck it in, but I
tuck
will
it in.
wear just like regular pants, not jeans.
What about shoes?
But
Like
Do
khakis?
you, tell me you wear actually good, nice shoes. Like,
I do wear nice shoes.
okay, all right.
Yeah, I do. In all of my interviews, I've worn nice shoes. Mainly, I've had to borrow them from my brother, but I do wear them.
You know, okay.
I still need to
not
get a
brogues.
pair of like really nice shoes for myself.
For me, like I don't know, maybe it was my dad who always taught me this, but yeah, it's suit and tie for every interview. I suffered a lot though.
Yeah, that's definitely the orthodox way of doing things,
Yeah.
but I just never
Yeah.
did that for some
I know
reason.
my job, if we're talking with a customer, they force you. They're like, you have to do suit and tie with customer design reviews if they're in the house.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
But see, I hate that whole atmosphere.
I don't like
sucks.
it either.
Same.
Stupid.
Yeah.
It's old fashioned. It's out
Yeah,
of date. It
yeah.
needs to die.
I
So
agree.
I never really subscribed to it, and that's why I think part of my rebellious thing of like I'm not
Yep.
going to do it for interviews.
For me,
And
like,
it's worked out for me. So
yeah,
I,
I
don't
guess
know.
if you're getting the jobs, more power to you. And IT, I feel like is good because it's more lax. When I'm interviewing
It
for
is.
like this aerospace company, and it's like these old guys, and they're like, "Oh, we're here to interview you," and it's not very chill.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
Although what pissed me off about old fashioned though is they always have like these huge suits. I'm like, dude,
I
like, your
hate
suit
that.
is
I hate that look.
like massive. I'm like, what the fuck? You
Slim
look like
fit,
it's
man.
like yeah, even like
needs-
someone who's a little chunkier needs to have a slim fit.
Yeah, you look
Like
so
a
much.
You need to
Slim
have
fit
a. The problem with suits is you need to tailor them.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely.
You
I do
need
think.
to have
Pro tip,
a
tailor your
proper
suits.
fitted suit.
Unless you have a body that fits a very specific brand, like you
Yeah.
can usually
Well,
switch between.
that's
I forget.
rare,
There was
but,
one
yeah.
I did find that I fit fairly well in, but yeah, like a tailored suit, absolutely.
Because like tailored suits,
100%.
it's so much easier because you can actually get the color you want. If you just set yourself to a specific brand, you can really like F yourself
that
over.
perfect charcoal gray color. That's what
I
what
want
roll-
one of those
roll
so
with.
bad.
I would like to get a very nice suit. I haven't gotten an actual full-on suit since high school, so
We could go,
I don't fit in it anymore.
we could
and I
go.
need a bigger one.
We go suit shopping in LA and make a video about it. That'd be fun.
Oh god, that'd be so
God.
pricey though.
I don't want to spend $1,000.
I'm gonna spend $10,000. No, I don't
Dude,
know.
yeah, an Armani suit, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I actually slight tangent. I want a JoJo suit, honestly. I kind of want one.
Oh, dude, same.
that would be
Absolute
so.
fucking
Are you guys like on board? Like they look so good.
yeah.
I think
and
they
they're
look
not
amazing.
Crazy expensive for a suit.
That's drip. Like that is drip. That is like a suit with character, with attitude.
Now, for me, if I'm not going to just get a suit, I'll definitely get a tie because the tie is like what $50, which is
Yeah.
quite a bit for a tie. But it's
You don't
a nice
like
tie.
ties, though. We just talked about this.
Yeah, you actually wear ties?
Agreed. However, I will wear a JoJo tie.
Oh, you'll wear a specific JoJo tie. Okay.
Yeah, because it's like
I
it's like
do
it's
like
wearing
ties
a,
that have like specific references, or
Absolutely.
even better, even rarer, cufflinks. You know, you get
Oh,
the right cufflink
yes.
that's like has a TARDIS on it. Like heck yeah, or like a
You're right.
Stargate.
And what I love
I've
about the
seen
two is-
Stargate cufflinks.
Yeah.
That's where you can like
And
show
my
your
favorite part-
personality off. The cufflinks.
yeah.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about that is like I love the like the stealth like weeb fashion or stealth.
Oh yeah,
I
fashion.
love
I would.
stealth
That's
because-
something I would
fashion.
do for sure.
Because what it is like because I can walk into like a business meeting with a JoJo tie and only people who like get
know.
JoJo
Only
and
people
they'll
who
like give you
know
like this
know.
look, right? Like gosh, what was it? Actually, it was at my current company talking and this was actually a lot less stealth. It was like a Attack on Titan thing and brought up something about Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a little sticker or something. He had a Wings of Freedom on his
Yeah, I
top
see.
or something like
I
that. I was
see.
like,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, dude,
nice.
Attack on Titan. I'm
That's
like, yeah,
sick.
Which
but
is
like
that's a
that-
pre like the wings.
But imagine
there are
Wings
so,
of
like, small.
Freedom cufflinks, man.
That would be cool. That'd be so
freaking cool.
stealthy. Yeah, I love.
Yep.
That's
That's
like I would be so into that. Like
Yeah.
being someone
I
who
have
likes
my,
anime. And, yeah.
I have my Gurren Lagann necklace.
Oh yeah.
That's just a drill. Like, and it's like a cool piece of jewelry, you know, of its own right. But if you know what it is,
It's like extra cool.
like, oh,
It's like, yeah.
wow.
Well, I've got a Witcher one. I actually don't know where that one is. I gotta find it. But yeah, I've got a Witcher, the Witcher medallion, the Wolf medallion.
I need to get more like low key drip. I honestly want to get more like just t-shirts and stuff like that. I want to get t-shirts that are like really low key. I want to get more like if I get a necklace, all my necklaces broke. I used to wear a necklace, like a beach necklace, like every day.
You used to buy it all the time.
I
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
wore my beach necklaces for years and never took it off.
Yeah, yeah.
And it finally broke. Like the metal wire just broke. So I want to get
Dang.
maybe at AX I can buy some like stealthy like necklace that I can wear every day.
I really like the anime shirts that have low key like symbols or
Yeah.
logos on them.
Yep.
Like
Same.
there's specifically one, I think it's for Kill la Kill or Kiznavier. That's like, I think it's Kill la Kill. It's like the 3 stars
Oh yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
like
yeah.
a 3-star shirt in Kill la Kill.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's like no one would ever think of that
Yeah.
unless you see it and you're like, that looks exactly like the 3 stars. You know, like
Kill
that's
Kill, yeah. Yeah, I
that's
saw
one of those
one
things.
that was it was I think actually this was back in college because I think I showed it to you guys. There's one shirt I kind of wanted to get. Problem was it was online only, so I like the sizing and shit wouldn't work out.
It'd be
It was probably
rough.
shitty material.
Yeah.
But it was a Spice and Wolf, and it just had the Japanese title in Japanese lettering, and it was like brown and white, and it didn't, and that was the only reference it had. It was just
Sure.
that, and it had the Romanji title.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Okay.
Only someone who sees Spice and Wolf and like gets like the color scheme and like all of that,
yeah.
and then understands the Japanese title will actually understand that, right? And I was like, oh my god, that's a really cool shirt.
I was
I don't
also-
want any like, I don't need a naked holo figure sitting out
Yeah,
there somewhere.
that's what I was-
right?
Yeah,
I
it'd be a
was-
little
I was
much.
trying to get Spice and Wolf merch too at one point, and like I just couldn't find it because it was just like holo, and I'm like, I this is not stealthy at
Yeah.
all. This is just
Same-
me.
same thing
this
with,
is
like,
weeb. This is just weird
yeah,
weeb
so-
because it's like
This is just
box
straight
girl.
up
my
weeb.
Steam ID,
Yeah.
right? My Steam, they have like Spice and Wolf like Steam stuff now. For
Really?
there's a VR
that's
game
cool.
out there, so you can buy it with like your points or whatever when you buy games. I'm like, I don't really want like a half naked holo on my Steam icon. Like I know it's just Steam, right? Which is like
Not
okay,
a
just
true
go,
weeb.
Yeah, go, you know, go balls to the wall. But yeah, no, you're right. I like to keep it a little hidden. I like the stealthiness aspect because it's like, yeah, it's like that like connection. It's hidden in like everyday life, right? It's like it's like this very subtle like reference that only other people know versus like being this kind of like audacious,
like big in your face kind of thing. That's like what I'm kind of like. I used to like graphic tees a lot. Like I would go to American Eagle and like Hollister and get all the graphic tees.
Oh, dude,
but,
back in
were a
freshman
big
and sophomore
Hollister
year,
fan.
Hollister and
I loved
American
Hollister,
Eagle is
bro.
hilarious.
Bro, Hollister was just so cool. I don't know why, because it was beachy and it was comfortable. It was really comfortable clothing.
Shit, I'm wearing actually a Hollister sweatshirt right now.
Nice.
Funny enough.
There's a point where
this is AE. Never mind.
there's a point where Hollister becomes not cool. I think you like when you hit like your 30s and you're wearing Hollister, people are like, "All right, bro."
I think when you're out of high school, it's
chill
not
out.
cool.
I remember I went to a bar once with a Hollister shirt and I got called out for it. This girl's like, "He's wearing Hollister.
Really?
Are you letting?" Yeah, she's
Yeah.
she's like, "This guy's wearing Hollister. Don't let him in." I'm like, "Bitch, what are you doing?"
I don't. That's what things I understand is like not like because of the brand you wear. It's like it's one of those so stupid things to me. It's like
About
Absolutely.
brands, yeah. Supreme guys,
about, like,
you guys got any
preventing-
Supreme.
preventing people. I have no Supreme.
I have a
I
fake
will say, though-
Supreme hat from Thailand, but it's like it's fake.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
so
I'll buy this as a gift for someone. It's like no one gets.
Apparently, Supreme was started as like an antithesis to the whole brand thing,
Yeah.
and then it just became a brand itself.
I'm not surprised. Like it's like a super ironic thing where they're just like gouging money from people by being ironic.
Well, that's the whole thing with like streetwear, right? Like, what was it? I saw this one shirt the other day. It was like, I forget. There's like Supreme or something like that, right? Gucci. And it's just a fucking T-shirt with the logo on it, and it's like $75. Like,
that's how it is, though.
but
Yeah.
why? That makes
that's
no
how it
sense.
is.
It's not even like quality. It's just like shitty material.
Yeah,
and with a logo on it.
I will
And
never do that shit.
I will say there is a piece of my wardrobe that I always buy from the same brand.
Oh, what is this?
This is my underwear.
Yes.
I've not actually told anybody about this, but I buy all from MeUndies.
All from. I've never even
Not
heard of
sponsored.
that.
I've
All
never
from
heard
me.
of that, yeah.
Is that like
Really?
a high brand?
It's
high
all over
quality
all
brand?
the ads everywhere. It's like an internet thing. I think it's fairly high quality. I'm sure I've not tried every piece of underwear, but I really like it. And the thing about it is the designs. That's one of its selling points is the designs that are on all the underwear. And
I like it because it's like I'm not gonna show this to anyone or really, like, except my girlfriend.
It's very much like a personal
knows?
thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like I'm like with you,
yeah,
Sean.
yeah.
I'm like I love the designs. Like I have like pink designed or patterned underwear, and I'm like, this is cool. I'm gonna wear it. It's like
really?
it's fun. It's like kind of cool,
Okay.
like a secret.
Here's a big question though.
That's kind of what it started as. I was like, you know what? This is a nice design.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
What
for
kind
me,
of undies?
you know?
What's your favorite type of undies?
Oh, that's a good question.
Undies.
So you've got four types. You got boxers, boxer briefs. Well, sorry, boxers, trunks, boxer briefs, and then and briefs.
just like straight up like
I wear boxers for every day and then boxer briefs for workout.
pretty sure I wear boxer briefs.
I can't wear anything else for workout. It now feels really
Oh,
weird
yeah.
if I'm in boxers.
I'm
working
definitely
out
in boxer
because
briefs at all times. Sometimes like
I'm either boxer
compression
briefs
material.
or I have a couple pairs of I really like actually trunk, which is like it's boxer brief but shorter.
the
like it
short
rides-
ones.
Yeah, it's like a thong for men.
No, no, because
Kind of is.
that's a brief. No, the shorter ones, because like they're they don't ride up your leg, which was always a problem for me with
I see
with
what you're
boxer
talking
briefs.
about. Yeah.
So I just like that you got the boxers and they just or the trunks and they're like I don't know.
I look up trunks on Google and I get the boxer briefs, but then I also to the right it's like trunks, Dragon Ball Z character, and I'm like, this is a very strange dichotomy of what I'm seeing here. Not really sure.
I
how
wear
to feel about it.
trunks. No, but yeah, I like those.
It's interesting though because I started getting MeUndies like in college. So and it's
look
like
these
the
up.
exclusive thing that I wear now.
Yeah.
However, they've since then started making other things. So have you guys seen like the Shamrock lounge pants I have?
Oh
maybe?
yes, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So that is made by MeUndies. So that's the same material, and it's just the softest, like slickest, smoothest material.
Yeah, they have like onesies and t-shirts now.
They make a bunch of stuff now. So
Cool,
they make
you gotta get a
t-shirts.
onesie.
And
There we
the
go. I will.
t-shirts they make are my favorite t-shirts to wear.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Get some
they're-
undershirts from
They're
them, man.
just the best. And they make shorts as well, which I've been considering getting at some point.
Okay.
At one point, I've worn an outfit solely MeUndies.
MeUndies
It's pretty
brand.
funny.
And sponsor us, MeUndies. We love you.
Yeah, right,
I'll
yeah.
wear MeUndies. I'll try it out.
Yeah, same.
They have robes.
It's kind of funny because I never thought that I would that would be something that I would do. You know,
Yeah, like
being
you're
the
actually, like,
fashion
loyal to a brand.
antagonist that I am.
Yeah.
But I actually really like that brand, and the stuff they do. So it's
Now,
All right,
have
and then the
you
design and
tried
things.
ex officio at all?
Gosh.
yeah. X-Fish is what I wear exclusively while hiking.
You guys are.
So
have
if
Oh,
I'm
see,
fun.
backpacking
I
or
wear
hiking,
it every
that's
day
what I wear.
a lot. Like it's
That's
part of
an
my.
expensive piece of underwear.
Wait.
Well,
Ex officio is.
I have like four. I have like 4 pairs, so which is a lot because that's like $120 worth of underwear.
It's like $30 a pair.
Are
yeah.
they just like
But wait,
a
you
really
wear
nice.
4 pairs and you wear them every day?
Oh, the math
Yeah.
doesn't check out.
So let's not check out there.
You put it inside out and then you wear it, and then you turn it around and you wear it the other way.
No, I mean I'll wash them, but no, they're more like things like, hey, if I have them, no, my go-to every day is I've got some Calvin Klein. I've got some old Hanes, but Calvin
Ex-Officio
Klein
would feel
and ex
weird.
officios.
To wear every day for me, I think.
Really? I think they're really
Because
comfortable.
it is a different material that's not exactly comfortable.
Oh, really? I find it
me-
extremely comfortable. And like
It's the synthetic
breathable
nature
and-
of it that's
Yeah.
not very. It's very breathable, you know,
Yeah.
because it's designed for it to be
Wicking.
breathable while hiking. But like
yes.
to me, it's not exactly like the epitome of comfort because it is synthetic and designed with all that in mind. So,
It's like for
and maybe it's just my associations with long, hard journeys
yeah.
Yeah.
that makes them not something I'd wear at a normal time. But like while you're camping, it's great because then you don't have to worry about that.
Are these just high
And
performance
they're
underwear?
so easy to wash.
Yeah, they're high performance athletic underwear.
Yeah,
I
and they're
see.
like
I see.
basically they're extremely quick drying. So like basically like for me, I got them because of going on trips where I could literally bring like 3 or 4 pairs of underwear. That's it. They're all XSCO. I just literally just go into the actually you probably saw me in Japan. I would just like go into the go into like a sink in a bathroom or if or a shower or something like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
literally just like wash them out, run some
Yeah.
soap through them, wring them out, and let them dry in
good
an
to
hour
go.
and a half, and they're
Whoa.
good to go.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
that's
when
wild.
I'm hiking, you could take when I'm on like a long backpacking trip. You take 1, maybe 2 pairs, and you're just good for the whole trip.
Really?
In a sense that like you can just wash one in a river,
Uh-huh.
and be good to go.
Huh.
It's they're pretty great,
That's pretty nice.
Yeah,
but they're expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
I
very
can
expensive.
imagine. Honestly,
they're more expensive than the Calvin Klein ones.
yeah. I've been getting really into what is it? What would you call it? More like feminine wear? And that sounds really odd, obviously. But it's not it's
What
not.
do you mean by that?
I like
Did you just tell us there's something?
no, I'm a drag queen, guys. Like, no.
Yep.
No, I bought like a cardigan like a few months ago, like during the winters.
Yeah,
months.
dude. Yeah.
Cardigans are
I
so
don't
good.
know
They
what a cardigan
they
is.
look so good. I think I am all on.
That's
for
not
men's.
feminine. That's just normal. I
Well,
mean,
Cardigan.
it is a little
normal.
European.
Yeah,
but
it is normal,
yeah.
but like I think a lot of people would consider it feminine. A lot of dudes would.
but yeah. Okay, so like I'm in an area right now that's a bit more conservative, and like I've just definitely changed my dress just due to the fact that like I can't wear the Patagonia stuff, or else I look like because it's so out of place.
Really?
in, like,
You're
the
like
area I'm at.
got a
You're not in
MAGA hat
Portland,
going on,
Yeah,
jeans,
everybody
jeans
wears
jacket, like
Patagonia.
all right.
See, that's one thing for me at least is I'm almost the opposite. I'm wearing a lot more like I'm wearing hats all the time. Like you've seen this, right?
Oh,
One
yeah, I've
because my
seen your
hair is
hats
longer,
more. Yeah.
So I have to like hold it back, right, and like keep it in place, to like change the change its like kind of its hair memory. But yeah, like I'll wear hats a lot more. My sweatshirts. Well, I always wear sweatshirts, like zip ups and stuff like that. But yeah, I've definitely changed my appearance a bit.
Yeah, like these
I've been wanting to get like an office jacket.
an office jacket.
A what?
What
like
is that?
A sports coat?
Oh, a sports
Like
coat. Yeah.
like a jacket. Have you ever worn like a hoodie that's a really thin material?
yeah.
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 No, I got a
about?
Yeah, I know
really
what you're
nice
talking
Nike
about.
one that's awesome.
But like, so there's regular hoodie, and there's like even small, like just the barest of material, and like that to me is an office jacket or an office hoodie, because when I wear it into the office, it's just enough for like the AC. Essentially.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it's like 70 degrees flat, and you want it to like you want to warm your body up just a little bit. I totally feel that.
And I at work am right under a vent.
Oh, that's
so
the worst.
I need
Work
to bring in like
problems.
a puffy jacket, but that's too much.
That's like work problems.
So I need
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I know.
This is what going.
It's office worker problems.
Yeah, going back to our undershirt discussion. This is actually why I wear undershirts, because I get cold in the office, so I wear undershirts just because I get cold. But office jacket's cool.
Yep.
It'd be
the
nice.
only undershirts I have are from Uniqlo, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
It must be some bomb.
Buy some like Gildan ones from Amazon, like a medium, and I like them. Actually, I get the V-necks because they work great with like an office shirt, because you can just leave one unbuttoned and stuff. Like, because my office look is I run with like dark wash jeans, because fuck khakis, fuck anything else.
buy them
I'm
at
You don't
wearing
like
Walmart.
jeans.
khakis? I like khakis.
I hate, because I don't know.
Khakis are
I think
so
it's because
nice.
they wrinkle so easily. I guess I have to find like a good brand of khakis that don't wrinkle as much, because I'm the type of person who I'm like, throw it. I don't want to fucking iron shit.
Yeah.
I don't have to do
have-
the steam
yeah.
room technique. I just want to do like
I
just throw it
have
on.
4 pairs of work pants, and I really need 5 so I can start alternating. But 4 pairs. I have a gray, more like mustard yellow, which is that's
Mustard
extreme.
yellow.
Like a dark mustard yellow.
Pants?
I've
I've never heard
seen
of that. Mustard
Yeah.
yellow.
Hold on, it's not mustard yellow. It's
That's all I can see.
that's like it's
It's
more
like
towards
a
that.
yellowy khaki.
Yellow.
It's more towards that than brown. I'll go grab it in a second.
Okay, gotcha.
I have a green
Oh, a green pair of pants.
and then
Okay.
another gray.
You don't have any true khakis then?
Technically not.
Huh.
Yeah, so those are my pants that I would
But
normally wear.
khakis are boring. I don't know.
You want to know
What
what the
chinos?
But I would wear khakis. To me are too boring, which is why I got this kind of mustardy type thing, which is not mustard, but it's like, closer to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, my big problem with khakis is the ass.
the
The
ass?
ass in khakis
You can
is
make-
always. All the khakis I always find are just flat assed stuff, and
Really?
I got a little bit of dump there, right?
I got a little bit of dump. I gotta show it off.
I
Gotta
got a
show
little
the
bit
dump
of- yeah.
truck off.
So,
Wouldn't a flat pant do that more though?
No, because
No,
it just like comes at an angle, and it's really awkward, and like touches the back of your leg when you're moving, and it just like, I don't know. For me, that's a really like one of those sensations that cause that like cringe sensation. I don't know.
Touch the back of your
I
leg.
think you gotta.
Yeah, but like, whereas jeans like hug, like they're more form fitting. Just need to find I think chinos are like a bit more form fitting, or like a khaki.
Chinos are
it's
definitely
just
more form fitting. Yeah, like that kind of stuff. I think if you just go to a good
something that gives me
brand,
that
too.
give me that dump.
I think if you went to like Lululemon, you could probably get some pretty dumpy khakis there. Even Hollister, I think Hollister did pretty good.
Like, hey,
I'm just gonna get
check
some
it out.
leggings. Just walk around in
Yeah,
leggings.
but
Dude,
wear that
also-
to the office, like
Yeah,
it's
the men's
like-
version of leggings, dude. You're talking about joggers earlier. Holy shit! I picked up a pair.
Joggers are
recently,
so
and,
good.
Like, that was never my
what
thing.
are joggers? I've never heard of joggers before.
Joggers are like,
Or I've heard of them,
they're
but I
like-
don't know.
Most people
Joggers.
have they're like sweatpants that have like a sleeve for your ankle at the bottom.
Sleeve for your ankle.
You know, like it's like
Yeah.
a thing that grabs onto your ankle instead of having a
Okay. I just
unattached
looked it up
leg
on
pant.
Google Images, and yes, I am now seeing this. These look dumb.
Joggers are so
they-
useful.
I used to think that too, but
Used to.
now
No,
they're
so
freaking
good.
amazing.
They're so good. They're more form fitting. So sweatpants are usually really sloppy. Joggers, you feel
Yep.
like it's like the athleisure lifestyle here. You like
Exactly,
Your
yeah, they're like-
ass
they're like
gets
track pants.
I can
accentuated.
see that, I guess.
Yeah.
They do. They do.
And then if you could just go full leggings. I ain't gonna judge. They have leggings for men.
Dude, if
These
I wore
look kinda
leggings, I would
dumb.
get so much chafing. Are you kidding?
These make
It'd
sense
be
if you're not
painful.
wearing shoes, but if you're wearing shoes, they don't look good.
No.
they
They're
can be-
perfect for wearing shoes. Like,
Yeah.
if you're wearing like tennis shoes or like a nice
exactly.
if you're wearing your Jordans or whatever,
Yeah. If you're wearing tennis shoes with some joggers, it looks good because like your leg is actually
Yeah.
defined instead of just being this.
and you wear that
muddled
with
thing.
like a well-fitting t-shirt or like a nice sweatshirt, then yeah, it's like it's you got style points there.
Yeah, some people are on your page, Sean. They're like, joggers suck. Joggers, like, if you go out in joggers, you're like a poverty man. I've heard some people at
I
work
guess
are
I
like
just don't
that,
get it.
and I'm like, Oh man, I don't know. Joggers are pretty sick. They're awesome.
Yeah, you go to the store. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like go to the bar material, depending on what bar you're going to. If you're just going to a pub,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, I'm wearing joggers.
I think it depends on the person, because like I'm seeing a lot of these models, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. But some of them, I'm like, oh yeah, it looks pretty good.
I think you look good in
just the
joggers.
images I'm
Everyone
seeing.
look good in joggers. Makes you look a little bit more put together, but it's also more comfortable when you go out.
Yeah. Also, I think they give you better dumpy.
They do
They're
give you
not,
better dump. More dump potential there. It's like joggers.
They have a lower inseam, I can tell from a lot of them.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all the girls are like, joggers are like the male version of yoga pants, which is like...
They are.
Really?
You might as well wear some joggers if that's going to get you the attention you need.
It's everything I've heard too.
Yeah.
Half the reason I started wearing them, I'm like, oh yeah, all right, cool, I'll try them out.
Wear
And, yeah.
gray sweatpants, gray joggers, specifically gray.
Why gray?
Apparently gray is...
What about gray makes it good?
Gray is apparently you get the most... or the best visual of the penis if you wear gray. Mm-hmm. Apparently that's
The
like
best
a
dumpy,
thing
the
people
best-
want to
yep.
see. They're like, yeah, I wish my boyfriend wore gray sweatpants so I could see his dong. I'm like, this is a really weird conversation we're having, but it's like real. Like if you go on Reddit, it is a thing, and real life. It's not just Reddit.
Yeah.
I can buy joggers from MeUndies.
Yeah, they'll be the most
for it, man.
comfortable sweatpants you have. I guarantee.
Yeah. And you'll go out.
What's
go
a
out
what's
you'll go
a
out to the
French
bar.
terry jogger?
Now that's getting too. I don't know these names. I just know the jogger.
Yeah. French, what the fuck? Yeah.
I get really confused when
It's
they're like,
$20 more.
Then don't get it.
maybe it's more
probably
slim fit.
already really
What does
pricey.
it do? Hold on. I'm gonna compare these visually. Let's see. Okay, so
French terry jogger. Okay, I see. Versus men's. Oh God,
they look the same.
that means we're not like in tune with the dripness enough. We gotta
If
enhance.
I look at the similar, I get it in green.
French terry joggers are a fabric knitted. It's a fabric thing. It looks like it's a softer version from what my Google search seems to yield.
So is it like a tighter knit cotton then? Because that's usually softer.
Yeah, like a tighter knit, like softer cotton thing.
That doesn't make sense in the whole MeUndies sphere, but I guess in the general sense it would make sense. But here, because MeUndies does this thing at a micro modal, which is like this like supposedly super soft fabric, and the French terry has more cotton than modal, so like
Well, just
that doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Just buy the MeUndies ones then.
Yeah.
Faux flay.
All right. Here's a question. What are your thoughts on plaid?
Oh, plaid could be good. It can be. I don't wear it.
Depends on.
Because I wear a decent amount of it.
I think plaid could be fine.
Maybe because I'm just a country bumpkin. Not really.
Like
though,
plaid
but-
is usually in like what the fuck? What are they called? The farm. What are they called? It's
Yeah.
the collared shirts.
lumberjacks.
Not lumberjacks. What's that shirt they wear? Flannels.
Flannel.
That's the only time I'd wear like plaid. Is if I was wearing like a flannel type deal.
To me,
Yeah,
a
I wear
jogger
flannels a
doesn't
lot.
look like something I'd wear going out, though. It looks like something around the house.
Try it. Just try it, man. Just try it.
You
Just
wouldn't
go
wear
out
it.
with them.
I wouldn't wear it to a bar, but I'd wear it to get like groceries and stuff.
Yeah, groceries, or if you're doing something like more casual.
If I can't wear it to a bar, what's the point?
No.
'Cause you wanna chill.
Go, wear it rock climbing.
Yeah,
Wear it
rock
when you're going
climbing.
rock climbing.
No.
Yeah,
that's not an exercise
That's a great
thing.
idea. That's
No,
a great
but you wear it
idea.
over top because you're wearing like exercise shorts, right? When you're rock climbing, right?
Shorts or like yoga pants. Not yoga pants in the sense that
Yoga pants.
most yoga pants, but like loose fitting yoga pants.
It's like sweatpants.
Just throw on
Speaking
some,
of
throw on some
brands,
like shorts
for
but-
workout stuff, I almost exclusively wear Prana for my
Prana?
for my shorts.
So you
it's
are a brand
climbing
guy,
brand.
kind of.
Yeah, you
kind
are.
of a brand guy.
Kind of, but only for certain things, like certain activities. Like my day-to-day wear, don't really care. But like for specific activities, I do prefer a brand.
I wonder how
Like,
funny of a video would be
undies.
if we like all went to a store, tried to shop for an outfit for each other. That could be really funny.
That would be actually be awesome.
That would be really funny to try and do.
Funny.
Next clothing special we have, we'll just
I have an idea for Sean.
I don't.
I have a good one for. I have a good one for Colton.
I would we'd have to specify like a night out or like a gym day. We'd have to specify what we would go for, but that could be really, really fun.
Night out would be. Oh, that would be.
A night out would be fun. I think
Pricey.
we could. You get more flexibility with a night out.
Yeah, or just or casual wear or whatever.
Yeah.
Why would I take this to not a bar? Like,
Yeah.
How do you take it to
I
not
just
a bar?
don't get it.
You go to like grocery
You
stores.
no go to some. It just depends on like what atmosphere you're going for. If you're going for a club,
What?
joggers aren't a bad choice.
I don't know if I wouldn't wear joggers to a club though.
This is the part that's confusing to me about fashion is I don't understand the situations I would wear certain things.
Because
in.
because it's like yeah.
But like
Like,
your
or
joggers
what-
are like sweatpants. So wherever you wouldn't wear sweatpants, just don't wear the joggers.
I don't know, but joggers are like I don't know. They're
thought you
more,
said they
to me, they're
weren't
more like
sweatpants.
jeans. They're more like the jeans because they're
Jeans.
they're
Wait a minute.
somewhat
Hold on,
casual.
hold on. Are we talking like joggers to me can mean both like khaki or sweatpants? I was more talking about the sweatpants joggers. Are you guys not talking about the sweatpants joggers?
I'm talking about sweatpants.
There's
joggers.
multiple types. What?
Yeah, like you can
But,
get like a khaki material or a sweatpants material. Here, I'll get mine out. I got 2 pairs.
Yeah. Here, I'll grab mine too.
Yeah, I'll grab the pants I was talking about.
I got those gray joggers.
Yeah, that's what I have. So these are my joggers here. Sweatpants. They have the cuff at the bottom. They're just black.
Yep.
Oh, they're just
cuff.
black. So yeah, me and Mike are on the same page with the jogger. You'd wear that to the club, Mike?
This is what I was talking about.
Depending
like
on
the
what
color.
I'm wearing. If I'm wearing something a bit more like I don't know, it depends.
I guess
You have to have very specific. If I'm wearing like very streetwear type stuff, I'd be wearing that to.
Wait, hold yours
I
up
would call them
again.
that. This, but frankly, these specifically, I mostly wear them either to the store or like more very casual environments because it's like this is like half the time it's like just fucking bedwear.
Yeah,
So I'm just
I'll sleep in them. And then these are the khaki joggers. They have like the
Which
the
I've seen
Those
the
are definitely
thing.
khaki.
Yeah.
So like this is what I was talking about with like the mustardish color.
Oh, that's like kind of the same as mine, sort of. The lighting's bad.
Yeah, they're just
Darker
they're a dark,
khaki.
a dark.
They're like a dark.
They're dark khaki.
Yeah, dark khaki.
I like that as opposed to the lighter khaki.
Yeah. Well, leather khakis, you see all the wrinkles on them. That's
Leather
that's the
khakis
reason I
are,
don't wear
are so
khakis.
boomer,
is-
honestly.
They are.
very
That's the
boomer.
reason you don't want to wear them. But yeah,
I
no,
get
for me, it's
joggers.
the wrinkles.
Joggers
Fucking
are
hate 'em.
$50.
Hey man, clothing. If you want drip, you're gonna have to pay the price.
No, yeah.
Would you guys ever
Look at the link that I sent you guys in our podcast Discord thing, and look at all the little the styles under the adventurous.
Yeah. So you gotta
tab.
go.
Oh,
But it also just
whoa.
depends on the jogger himself.
That's
like
a
these
lot.
joggers here. These joggers here seem more like
He's more
Like
like
bed.
relaxing.
Yeah,
wear.
like
Relaxing.
loungewear. Yeah, these are chill. It's kind of cool. I
These are
like the
pretty chill.
designs. I mean, I would never wear this in
Design is
public. I
super
don't
cool.
think, but
Yeah, I wouldn't wear those in public. That's like a around the house design. But like the
Yeah.
classic or bold, I would probably wear out.
I gotta see the classic bold.
I'd probably wear the.
But there is like a
out.
martini glass one. That'd be kind of fun to wear.
See, yeah, classic with like this one, yeah, the classic. That's pretty much more. The bold, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Bold is like almost
depends.
more
I-
like
Yeah.
soft. It's way more
To
soft.
me, thicker joggers, like the thicker the jogger material is, the more it's like you're going out.
Yeah. Like these
Yeah,
are
these are
thin.
really
These are
thin.
too thin. I think I wouldn't wear joggers usually, of like the sweatpants soft material, anyways. Out, but I don't know, to each their own. You could. I'm not gonna judge you. You want to be comfortable at the club? You wear sweatpants.
I've worn
The
these.
French
I've
Terrier
worn these to
seems
the
to be
pub
thicker.
before, so
French Terrier does seem to be thicker.
Would you guys ever spend like an absurd amount of money just to get like drip, quote unquote, that was like really up your alley? Like for example, we were talking about like anime merch. Like if you found the perfect like jacket, like that was like super low key anime, but not really, and it was like your favorite show, would you spend like $200 to get it or more?
Nope.
200.
Would you spend like the premium money or a JoJo suit if you really liked it? Like it,
See, I look
I
at
might
clothes
spend
like
200. 300 no.
so you'd spend like hundreds of bucks to get something that, or maybe like pay like
couple
4
hundred.
times the price.
Of
I don't know.
Yeah, like a
like
jacket,
something normal.
If a jacket's like $150, if it's a $150 jacket, would you pay $400, $500 to get that jacket? You wouldn't do that.
no,
I'm-
but I would spend like $200.
Yeah, I'm thinking like I'd spend like $110 on a really amazing low key like anime
110 is
shirt.
very specific.
Like I don't know, like I wouldn't spend $200 for a shirt, but if it was like low key, super specific, custom made, like anime low key
If
thing
it's a jacket
for a shirt,
$200. If it's like
Yeah.
a shirt, 100 would be stretching it for me.
A jacket would be hard because they're already like $150-$200 without any like slow key designs. Like I would.
No,
I'd spend
shirts
money.
should be like $30.
Lululemon has something to say to you, Sean.
Yeah, I
But
know.
they're
That's
so
a shop at
good.
Lululemon.
They are so good, guys. I'm
All
telling
right,
you.
I'll have
Dude,
to
the
find
shirts,
store
the
that's
shirts from
thing.
MeUndies are I think $30. If I want to say.
I definitely think you guys should go try on a Lululemon shirt just to see. You'll know it's worth it. You just
I'll,
buy
I'll try
one.
it on and then send you a picture, and
Yeah.
then I'll be
Yeah.
like,
Just
give
$30
you a yay or nay.
But like
That's gonna be the best shirt you can get for me. $30.
Sean, I feel like all the clothes now are so expensive though. It'd be hard. Like I could only find that at Old Navy. I feel like shirts that low.
Honestly, the micromodal stuff that I wear, the best possible shirts I could own for me, and they're like $30, 32.
That's nice. Yeah. If
I gotta say, maybe. Oh, they have a pullover hoodie for $40, and that looks like it could be the office thing that I'm looking for.
a pullover, no, because you want to zip up.
I know, but they don't have zippers here.
They don't have.
I
zippers.
can
We
Zippers
don't
aren't a
do
thing.
that here.
We don't do zippers.
We do not do that here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I have to almost. This is the only sweatshirt I think I have. That the one I'm wearing right now is the only one that's a pullover.
I've never had a pullover.
You've never had a pullover?
Only.
Pullovers are nice.
No, never once
I don't
owned a
wear them very
pullover.
much anymore because they mess up my hair. That's actually the reason why I stopped wearing pullovers. I was like, I was doing my hair. I was like, it messes it up. Why
Okay,
would
you
I do
freaking
that?
diva.
Yeah, I know.
Wearing Lululemon, complaining about your hair. Jeez.
Dude, I will be a diva. As my income has spiked, it's like I buy only the premium items. Like I'll spend $100 on a t-shirt if it'll last me if it'll last me a long time. Like I will go out of my way for the quality.
No.
Which is dangerous because
Yeah,
I want
I'm
everything in
I'm
Lululemon's
hyper-frugal.
store.
Yeah. I'm
No,
the opposite.
I agree with you, even though my income has not spiked. So,
Hey, you
but I will buy the expensive thing that will last a long time or is comfortable.
yeah.
But then again, I don't buy clothes, so it's like not very.
That's the thing. It's like I buy clothes every 2 months or something. Probably, maybe.
more than that for
Yeah,
me.
it's like
so
if
like
that.
it's
What do you think,
It's a
gamers?
long
Do you
time.
love the drip? That I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah. Send us your drip.
Send us your drip.
Send us your
We'll buy
drip.
some drip. This AX or whatever.
So I have an extreme departure for what we've been talking about so far with fashion.
I'm fashioned out right
That's
now,
pretty
so I'm
normal.
ready. I'm ready. For
That's my attempt at a segue is just stating my extreme.
extreme tangent
Direction.
about to happen.
I talked to you guys a little bit about this off podcast, but I've been continuing to read Sword Art online.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
Into
No.
its,
Continues.
into its,
No.
One out of 10.
into its
Cover my
progression.
ears.
So this is after Alicization, right? And I told you that the game that now they're playing is essentially Minecraft.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I
It's
remember
just this
I remember
survival building game.
Yeah.
You know? And so I've read now, I'm on the third novel of that arc. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's kind of funny just how they have to take such extra time to do everything because it's this survival game.
It's not
like,
the creator mode,
okay,
it's survival mode.
yeah, it's like, okay, we gotta first we gotta be able to make armor, you know, so they have to get iron. They have to go and
And they have to,
mine
like,
iron
or
with a
dig down,
pickaxe.
dig down.
Is it
Sit down.
like? Is it like Minecraft where like the entire world's like, you know, you can basically dig into the ground and it digs?
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah. The
Oh,
whole
okay.
world's
It's literally
deformable.
just
The whole
Minecraft.
world's been transformed. All right. The whole world's different world. And now they have to like dig into the ground to do stuff. And now, so apparently, the main character, Kirito, is like, their house, right?
Yeah, they made a house.
From the floating island. The beginning of this novel is the whole thing fell, and that chunk of the map broke off, and then they pushed it, skipped it off water, and then like it landed in a forest. All right,
Wait, I'm
so that's the start.
Oh, wait, I'm confused. I know you talked
Yeah,
to us
I'm
about
confused.
this before. So like they got into the
Okay,
game.
should I explain a bit more?
Yeah, they got into the game and there was a house like in the world and then it just fell.
Okay. So, there is a player-owned house, like a piece of digital real estate.
Yeah, in the
you can
metaverse.
buy.
Yeah.
This in the metaverse, right? We were
Yeah.
familiar with this concept.
Yes.
You can buy a house, like you could walk in an RPG. You can walk up and there's a house you can buy.
Yeah.
Like a RuneScape type deal, you
Yep,
know.
Yep.
Now they bought this house in the floating island, right? That has been digitally recreated into this digital world.
Is this like the original SAO?
Yes, this tower, the original SAO, is in this new game called ALO.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm dumping a lot
This is
on
a
you
lot
guys.
of
A lot of
of
acronyms,
info.
man.
Try
Feels like IT.
Yeah.
Alfheim Online. It's this
Yeah.
it's this fairy game, right?
Okay.
They imported SAO basically into it, and now it's this castle that floats around. It has extra dungeons
Whoa.
you can go and fight in there.
Okay.
Okay. But it's the almost one for one. So the house exists, and they went and bought the house that they got married in, right? So it's like
okay.
the house that all their friends.
Yeah, I think I
hang
remember
out
this.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the
So-
little log cabin
'cause-
in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, the log cabin, right? So when they were all playing this game, the whole floating castle fell out of the sky. And when it broke apart, this log cabin, the plot of land it was on, like splintered off, and then they were like, because they were still fairies pushing it, right? So they could aim it to the water, skipped off the water, landed in the forest, and basically, because of that, they're now far from the starting position of most people in this new game.
Yeah.
So they're like ahead of the group. But the whole first book was repairing this house essentially because it was like badly damaged and blah, 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 blah. There was this whole thing to
They have
fix
to
it.
actually cut down trees and shit.
Yeah.
You got to build a carpentry house. You got to build a crafting bench.
Yeah, you got to build
You got to
that
build an
bench.
anvil. You got to build a furnace. Like all these different steps.
Yeah, I just
And
hope
then
they
you
find a
had
way
to
to exploit the game like crazy.
That's
like
what I
you
want
can
to
in
see.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they kind of have done that a little bit. And so it's like all these weird like survival steps that we are used to, but are kind of weird in like a
light
shonen
novel?
type
Yeah.
situation. So
So we just dug
It's
down
really
until we
interesting to
found
read it.
diamond.
yeah, and they found diamond. You know, like,
Yeah.
like obviously they're ahead of people because they spawned, quote unquote, further away from the starting area, so they're
Right.
in a better tiered area.
Yeah, I see.
And then because they did some weird stuff to kill like a advanced boss monster, they have a bunch of levels over everybody else
Yeah, okay.
as usual.
Sounds like SAO. Yeah.
That's the typical standard.
But one of the things about this thing is like when your character was converted over to your original game to this new game, you brought with you like one or two of your most used items and your most used skill, right? So
does Kirito get his dual blade stuff still?
no, he hasn't had that since SAO, but like in this new thing, he has one-handed, like maxed, right, from ALO. So in this new game, it's maxed, but it drops down to 100. Like everything,
Drops.
like there was a grace period where you had all your normal stuff, but then like weight limit set into effect. So he had all his armor. It's like can't use that
He's like,
anymore.
he has
You know,
to
like
de-equip it. Okay, yeah.
and all his like his like fancy sword. Like he literally has now Excalibur, like the best legendary sword in the game.
Yeah.
But he can't use it because he can't pick it up because of like
Nice.
because all
'Cause
this
he's
like
weak.
this
Great
stuff
mechanic,
happened, like where
yeah.
they were set to level 1 essentially.
Yeah.
But everybody is.
Yeah.
So, but they're a little bit ahead of the rest, as usual. So it's this whole weird, like it's very interesting. Like I like reading.
Are there
this.
stakes though, or like if you die in the game,
Well, the
you die
stakes
for real?
is if you die in the game, you can't play it again, right?
That's
You
even
can't
worse
die in
than
real
death.
life. But
Yeah.
the whole thing. So when this new conversion game happened, right? There was this like voice that said like blah blah blah. Do your best to be the first to reach the heavenly light or something like that. So no one knows what's going on, but everyone's trying to reach this heavenly light. There's ultimately a
Okay.
goal to the end of this game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a mystery. Nobody
Go
knows.
to the
And
heavenly
if you
light.
die, you can't play the game again.
Enticing.
So that's kind
It's
of
almost
the
like
whole stakes
it's
of
almost
it.
like a battle royale in a lot of ways because it's like
Minecraft
hardcore battle.
turned into a battle royale. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because like, if you die, you're out of the match, and
Yeah.
you have to get to the.
And there's this whole thing now where like people know that Kirito and his friends are over in this forest area.
Oh, really?
And like they've been like periodically like forming raid groups to try and take him out. Like it's happened twice
because they know he's strong, and he's like,
Like, this kid gets
because
way
he's like
too
a
OP
popular
way
guy
too
in the sense that he's
fast.
almost like won several tournaments, like all these stuff. And there's some weird other force at work we don't know about, but it's like they're building this whole town like around their house, like this, and using NPCs as well as like towns. And one of the weird things about what they've done now is you can just tame any monster kind of.
Oh, and make it like your
it
buddy?
just becomes your pet, if you tame it correctly. And
so it's
just
Ark Survival Evolved now.
yeah, it is
It's
Ark
like
Survival. It's
combining
exactly
all these
like Ark
different
Survival.
games all together.
There's actually literally dinosaurs in this game.
Yeah, it's Ark Survival Evolved plus Minecraft / was it Valheim? Because Valheim you can dig and like move the terrain around too.
yeah.
So it's Ark Valheim.
But because like almost all of the VR MMO games got converted into this one thing, everyone has stuff. So like in another area, so in one area where kind of there's the ALO player, which is the elves,
Fairies,
there's magic,
Yeah,
fairies
yeah.
and stuff, right? In another area, that's where all the GGO people got spawned.
Those-
and
the
that's
gun
like
ones,
the
right?
Gun Gale Online. So that's the
they're-
gun anime.
They combine
Right?
all of them. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, so one of his friends, Sinon, has literally the best gun in the game. Can't pick it up, same deal,
same
right?
issue, yeah.
But like she has like 6 shots left, so it's like this game-breaking weapon that they have.
Is it like her old sniper rifle? Because I remember that
it's the
from.
Hikata 2 or whatever, and it's
It's
like this
basically just a giant Barrett.
It's this giant sniper rifle, but they can't move it. So like
They can't move it. It's just
They
on
can't
the
even
ground. They're
move
like,
it.
shit.
they can spawn it and then it just falls flat. It's like they can't do it.
Such a like accurate
funny.
game
So, like,
mechanic. You can't use this.
I thought it was like they have to like literally build around it because they can't. It's like Mjolnir. They
Oh.
literally cannot pick it up.
Immovable
Therefore, they
object.
have to like build around it.
Well, they can put it into their inventory, right,
Okay.
and carry it around that way. But
they
they
can't
can't
use it.
like use it. Same with Excalibur and all that stuff. So it's an interesting like mechanic that they've done to this game now because it's different. And then all the while they have this other plot line going on. So there's different things happening. But now I'm on the last one that I own, like I think it's 23 or something like that.
Volume 23?
2024 maybe,
Okay.
volume 24. And that's the latest one that's been released. I bought like 3 recently, I think, because they'd come out with 3 since last time I checked.
Gotcha.
And now I just started reading them. So now it's going to be a problem because I have to actually wait for them to
Oh,
release
yeah.
a new
You usually
one.
can just read all of it and don't have to like wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
That's the problem with like books series like this is just having to wait for stuff to happen because I hate that.
That's like TV shows. I'm still
TV
waiting for
shows
Arcane,
and-
man. It's another 2 years, but
God,
So,
yeah.
Well, did they announce the new season?
Oh, it's coming. All right, season 2,
It's
I
coming.
think they have
It's definitely,
confirmed.
but, like-
yeah.
yeah,
But do you know we don't know when?
probably
Is it
2 years
2024?
from now.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. If they want that quality, it's definitely going to be a while, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
but here's the thing.
I know, but I feel for some reason I feel books are harder for me because I read them so fast that it's just like
and you don't want shows that fast.
I don't know why I feel is different, but it feels different. to
usually
me.
you watch
Like
the
I feel
show.
books should be faster, but really they probably take longer.
Usually you watch the show and you're like, I need more. And then you go to the book. So when the book runs out, it's like, well, now I have nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go.
And I think it's
from
also
Yeah.
because usually the book is out. At least for me, it's like the book's already been out and they make the show. So the book, I can literally binge the entire series. And I'm the type of person who has to binge books, right? I think we talked about this
there.
before.
Yeah.
Did we?
I have to literally binge books. Like I will, and when I sit down and read a book, I'm reading the entire book in essentially one sitting, and then like eating and then going back to the book because the only thing I can think about at that moment is that I think it's just an ADHD thing. But like I remember I took like it was like a 3-day weekend and I read all of Spice and Wolf. I took a long another weekend and like read Konosuba, and it's just like I need to get through this, and it's like the only thing I think about. It's all consuming, the only thing on my mind.
I've done a lot of that in college. I can't do that now, but like in college, I would just spend the entire day reading. some books.
Crazy. I have not read a book.
Not even light
in
novels, just regular books. But
I've been only reading like very, very boring books. I've read like self-help books. I read, what else did I read? Just like non-fiction books, which I feel like no one reads. Like, who reads nonfiction? I've been wanting.
Occasionally I'll read those, but not very much.
I gotta read self-help books, bro?
Sometimes I just like it. It's like just a topic that sounds really interesting, and I'm like, that book's. I'm gonna read that because it's like I just want to see what it's about, like a finance book or like even like behavioral books. I just find it really interesting, like the different things that are in it. So I'll read them, and I think they're fun.
For me, it's YouTube for any stuff like that. I can't get so bored reading like a book on something that's nonfiction.
It's a good way to fall asleep at night sometimes because it's like,
wait,
like,
you fall asleep reading?
Do you not? Who doesn't fall asleep reading? Maybe I'm just that. It's that boring.
My mind is so my mind is so active.
I
when
used
it comes
to
to
fall
reading.
asleep reading, but now I don't.
Like
as a kid, I would be like, I would get really tired reading. But that's because I would stay up so late trying to
until
read.
like 3 or 4 in the morning reading something.
This just means I need to read more books. I have not read a fictional book in so long, and I should.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like,
did you ever have like a series as a kid you really liked?
There was one series as a kid I read called Pendragon. You guys ever heard of it?
Oh yeah, I've heard of the Pendragon.
It's like 10 books, 10 big books, and I loved that series. I was obsessed with it. I honestly read a series like that, and I'm not sure why I don't read more, but I always fall out of it for whatever reason. I think my mind always goes to, well, I have a video game I can play. I'd rather play that, or there's a movie I'd rather watch.
Yeah.
But books are so good because, like, every time I read a book, it's, like, fantastic. And I love...
Books are good.
Books are, like, you make up some of the stuff in your head, and that's, like, part of the best part of books. It's not all just presented.
Books are a big part of my life for me. Like, I really enjoy books. Partly because I don't like being told how to see things. So when I read a book, it's all up to my imagination. And then there'll be some words in books that I will just not read correctly, quote unquote. And then like when I was reading Aragon. The main bad king's name, I would always say wrong.
Because you just like...
One day I read it correctly, and then that became the way. But like for a while, it was just like the wrong name. And that's the name I used.
Well, it's also like a made-up name.
Yeah, it's like you can.
All
names
are made up.
Yeah,
and so I'm not like concerned about it as long as it's the same. Like I think I would always say it was like Galbatrix, but the full name is Galbatorix. It's like an extra O in there.
I see. Okay.
Stuff like that, it's I would just read it the way I kind of wanted to, and that's good for not like names primarily, but like the actions they do, you actually have to read the actual words.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's why I have a high vocabulary, is just the amount of reading I've done as a kid.
Yeah, books are great too because it's like if the book is ever like, and you see this beautiful woman emerges with like red hair and these pristine, like, I don't know, freaking shoulder, I don't know, like any descriptors.
Pristine shoulders.
Pristine
it's
shoulder,
like, it's still
okay. There's your fetish, Colton.
It's still like up to you and how you perceive it. So like, if it is truly like a beautiful person or like an ugly person, you can like you put that.
Who's thinking of it,
you put on like what makes them that way, and those little.
And there's also
in your head.
like books where like they're described. Sure, they've definitely been described before. Yeah. But like in my head, they're not how they're described in the book.
Yeah.
They're different.
Sometimes I just completely I'm like, this person is this way. I'd prefer them to be like look like this, and then I just pretend they're that way in my head for the whole book.
Like Maximum Ride is a series I've read.
Yeah, I read a couple of those.
It's like a popular like teenage series.
Yep.
And like the descriptions they read, I don't even know what they say. I know what they look at like in my head.
I'm pretty sure I did the same thing. I'm like, Maximum Ride, she's like this blonde teenage girl. She's badass.
Really? She's blonde to you? That's interesting.
I think she's blonde to me. Yeah. Is she actually blonde? I don't know if she's actually
a brunette.
Do they even specify hair color?
I don't know.
They do.
Do they?
They definitely do. Angel is blonde.
I mentioned Fang as like this kid with like medium to short black length hair, always wearing black t-shirt and black shorts. with like a
Yeah,
dark
that's
tan.
pretty much how
Is that
I imagine
okay?
him too.
Yeah.
He
Well,
definitely
it's probably
had
just based
like
on the name.
this kind of like short black hair to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But like it's
Yeah.
whatever I wanted to be. And it,
Yeah.
But
For me-
exactly, like it's whatever you think.
Yeah, for me, it's more about the internal monologues because something like, for instance, great example is Dune. The Dune book versus the Dune movie.
Dune.
You can't convey monologues that well
yeah.
in a movie format, but with a book, you can easily show monologues and
Yeah.
understand what the character is thinking.
Yeah.
Now, movies like can take certain approaches either through like the flashback style or like the vision style kind of thing that I think
Yeah.
the Dune movie used
Yeah.
a bit, but also like and also like show
Well, there's so
people's
many
emotions on their
asides in
face.
the Dune book that you
Yeah.
don't get in the movie, or other type of media, that you can only get in the book. Overlord was like that for me.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many asides, and Sword Art to name another one. Like there are so many asides or internal monologues you get that you just wouldn't get in a media like a video media.
Mm-hmm. Well, in anime, at least that's like more common for them to like you can hear their thoughts going on. But I'm assuming these monologues are like longer. They're not just like, oh,
Yeah.
this person means this, or it's like a big
Definitely
long discussion. And yeah, it is kind of hard to do if it's not a book. It's like might get too drawn out in that scenario.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
I was the kid in middle school that was always reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely in middle school. No, elementary school. Sorry. Elementary school was when Aragon was coming out.
Yeah,
and
I remember
would
that.
literally, I specifically remember the courtyard I was in on a bench just reading the book during recess.
You must have loved Aragon.
Like, that's the type of kid I was.
Yeah.
I guess I do. I never really read it when I was younger, but I do remember kind of like the cultural sensation around it.
Yeah, everyone was
just
into
a
it.
little bit. Yeah, everyone was. Well, any nerd, and
Yeah.
I hung out with the nerdy people anyway in
Yeah.
school. So
My parents my dad read Harry Potter to me when I was growing up, like
As a
as
bedtime
a young
story?
kid. Yeah, like a bedtime story was Harry Potter.
Mhm.
We just read Harry Potter, and that was awesome. And then eventually I started reading on my own, and then it's kind of took off from there. But like, I was very much a reader as a kid, so I don't know. That's to me it's like a very like core memory.
Yeah,
is just reading.
reading.
A core skill, I guess.
Man, I was even weirder, man. I remember actually in elementary school, I was reading Shonen Jump. They sold Shonen Jump, the magazine,
What?
the book, at my local.
fucking weeb.
Yeah, I know. I was really weaving out, bro. I've talked about Bo on this channel before.
Yeah.
And they had it in Shonen Jump. So I watched the show and thought it was hilarious when I was like 8. And then when I got Shonen Jump, I think I was like watching Naruto at the time still. Found it at the supermarket, our local supermarket. They only sold like 2 copies a week. And I always went there every single week and picked it up. And I read like all the different
really
manga.
cool.
So I got the Naruto, I got the Bo. They were doing Bleach at the time. I remember like being in class specifically like 5th grade, I think. And I was reading through Bo. And it was like after a test, right? So it was like silent time, like, or maybe it was just a standard like silent reading time in 5th grade. And I was like audibly laughing at this huge, because the magazine's big. It's like a big, thick thing, not a regular book. I was like audibly laughing at it, and my teacher's like, "What are you reading?" And I'm like, "This is like the most funny thing you'll ever read.
This is peak comedy.
This is peak
teacher.
comedy. Like Jelly Guy just freaking like beat the shit out of this poop man, and it was really funny." And I'm like, yeah, it was probably pretty cringe.
That's
Yeah,
like
but
so
then it's-
you though.
Yeah,
I feel
and-
like
Yeah.
We also trying to explain it to like a boomer, right?
Yeah, he's like, what? He's like,
God, what was it?
wait,
I was hanging out with family this weekend, and I was like rewatching like the Maxor video of Revengeance, like the
Yeah.
And then my grandfather came over, and he's like, "All right,
What
what
you
are you
watching,
watching?"
son?
And trying to explain it, and no, he's cool, but like, yeah, I'm like, all right, like laughing, and like I was showing with one of my cousins who totally got it because he's a fucking Zoomer too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like, he just actually just turned 21. But yeah, and he's like, we're like just watching. I was showing him it, and like we got all the jokes because there's like 3 levels of like memes.
there is.
and,
There's
like,
a lot of memes
these
in
jokes,
there.
right?
Yeah.
And then my grandfather comes over. He's like, "What's
Like,
the
what?
fuck?"
This is just like sounds like jumbles of words. What's going on?
Yeah. And it's like the editing is like just on crack.
Yeah,
and like,
the editing's
it's like,
wild.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
I didn't have the thing where like it was weeb necessarily. Like reading Bo whatever in elementary school. That's definitely like you're an anime.
That
weeb
was
at
the
that
ballsiest
time,
I've ever been. I don't think I thought it was
Yeah.
cool though. I was like, dude, this is like the funny. No one here is reading as funny as shit as I'm reading today. Like I'm just the coolest kid. I just thought it.
But for
Awesome.
me, it was just like I didn't since I wasn't even introduced to anime at that time.
Yeah.
Like I was reading just like I wouldn't say hardcore, but like deep fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like or sci-fi
Yeah,
or
yeah.
fantasy things that like Aragon, that's like a 3.5 inch, 4.5 inch book.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
this
like a
is
young
a
adult.
massive book.
Yeah, for a kid, that's
And I was reading
daunting.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, you know, that takes a long time to read, and like as you know, or going through that, any adults were like, I don't know what the heck you're reading. I can't even attempt to understand
Yeah.
it because of how big it is, you know, like.
Yeah.
But that was the thing I was doing, so that's why I was like definitely different in that aspect.
Yeah. Kids just don't read anymore. Just not a thing. I
It
don't
was
read
fun.
anymore.
It was good.
No.
I read
YouTube,
I'm
man.
reading right now.
YouTube documentaries.
Feed
Dude,
me the
I listen to
information.
so many fucking YouTube documentaries. It's like it's basically that and VTubers fills up my entire YouTube recommendations. And it's literally half and
No.
half. It's like 50% like bullshit YouTube, you know,
I
VTubers
don't
or
read a
comedy
lot
or whatever.
anymore, but when I read, I do read a decent amount, or I
You
read
read-
to
I mean,
finish.
You read a lot. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You read light novels all the time.
You read a lot more than I do,
Not all
that's for
the
sure.
time.
I need to read more.
Yeah.
No, this is the first light novel I've read in months.
Oh,
and
really?
Months.
Huh.
Yeah, probably since January or November, I guess.
Since the move.
Since I moved, this is the first time I've actually
Hmm.
started reading things. But when I do read, I read it. Like I read like
Yeah. Because you
now
finally
4
have
light
fucking
novels
free time on your hands.
in like a week.
Yeah.
Which isn't a ton, but I also don't have my full library with me. Like I left most of my books at my parents' house because
probably
books
really
are
like
a heck of a pain to move.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to damage them either. You got like the collection. I wouldn't want those
Yeah.
things getting bent up or whatever.
Like I
So-
have every Harry Potter, the original releases, all the Aragons hardbacked, you know, like a bunch of stuff I don't want to mess up, nor do I have the space to store, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If I get a bigger place eventually, I'd love to take them with me, and I will take all my library with me. But like right now, I can't, so I had to leave them back.
Well, I'll make you guys a deal. I'll read all of Berserk. That's what I want to read next. I want to read all of Berserk.
Fuck yeah.
And it's like a
Wow,
cheating because
that's a commitment.
you can buy like the 5-volume like collection pieces. There's like 10 of them, 10 big books, and it's like extra big, like this big. Viewers, you can't see that. It's like a freaking 12 by 18 size book or whatever, or bigger. But yeah,
It's like one college textbook.
yeah, it's like a college textbook length or
12
size.
is like this long.
Yeah, that's what I'm serious. It's like
Yeah.
blown up. The art's blown up.
That's a ton.
It looks so
12 by
good. I'll send you guys the link
18?
after this. But I want to read Berserk because that was such a good. I read the first volume and it was so good, and I would like to do that because it was just amazing. You know who also likes to read? Our subscribers. They love to read, and I want to
I was
shout out
waiting
all
for
our
that.
subscribers and thank you guys for being such good listeners and readers and stuff. Wow, what a bad outro.
You tried.
Sorry,
I
man.
tried. I was trying to
your,
relate everything back to it, but
your outro.
yeah, but it didn't work. And you know, we'll get better. We'll get there one day. We're almost podcast. We're not there yet, but
We appreciate you listening and watching.
we appreciate you listening and
Yeah.
watching. Stay tuned. We're about to have our first in-person podcast ever very soon, so keep in tune for these upcoming weeks. It'll be a very fun experience. We'll record a lot of them at that
Wait,
time.
is it actually our first in-person
Yeah, first in-person
podcast?
podcast is coming up soon in the next probably month.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so
We'll see how different it is.
it should
'Cause,
be.
like,
I'm very interested to see how different it is, but
It's
I'm
going to be
excited.
chaotic, if anything.
We're gonna
It's
be,
gonna be so
we're gonna
bad.
be making content, guys. It will have straight content. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are
Content
excited.
farm.
Give us a like, follow us, subscribe, hit the bell wherever you're at. We love you to engage. Give us a comment, and yeah, we will We will see you guys in the next episode. This was episode 32 or something like that.
33.
33 or a third of the way to 100. We're good. We're almost there. We're super close.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god. Imagine if we get to 100.
We're going to get to 100, guys.
That's crazy, yeah.
It is crazy.
Bye-bye.
We're already beating a lot on podcasts on like episodes, I feel like. So we'll get there. But see you later, guys. Say bye, Mike and Sean. It's been a pleasure talking with you boys about